fact. That's Lawrence.
No more room in hell. The dead will walk here.
Yes, horror fiends. What is up? It is me, your boy, Ricky Grimes, bringing you another episode of the Three Corners of Horror. I am with my boy, Joe the Psychologist. JR is sick. Feel better, my brother. But Joe the Psychologist, what's up, my brother? How are you, man?
What's up? I'm kind of ready to talk about this one. JR did bring this one up, so this was one of his picks. So we're gonna find out if it was a bestseller or just going to the shredder. We're talking tonight about the Netflix 2023 movie Killer Book Club. It is directed by Carlos Alonso Ojea and it stars Becky Velilla as Angela, Alvaro Mel as Sebas, Ikan Pellicer as Nando, and Priscilla Delgado as Virginia.
So yeah, man, the funny thing about this flick is this was JR's recommendation. And he ain't here, so JR, I got a bone to pick with you. But Joe the Psychologist, chat me up, brother. But before we start, what do we cheer for? We all cheer for big bottles of beer. Salute, my brother.
Salud.
Oh, damn, I'm still drinking that Voodoo Ranger 1985, son. Oh, my
I'll be
God.
honest with you, I have been stuck on that Aloha, the Konoa. Yeah, I have been stuck on that one. It's literally the one I've been getting.
I
But
don't blame
anyway, you guys are not here for Brains and Brews. But yeah, so we're talking Killer Book Club. It's basically the newest entry to the slasher genre, I guess we can say. I kind of liked it. Like, I'm sure you're going to bring this up, but it definitely, because I think JR had said it was like Scream and you had said it was like Scream. And then I started it. I'm like, I know what you did last summer. And then you were like, yeah, it is like, I know.
An
but
amalgamation of the two.
yeah, it's a combination of the two. I like I said, I kind of liked it. It you had a killer, mask, different masks. Is it scary? Maybe not so much. But however, if you're seeing someone at the end of the hallway holding a sharp weapon with that mask on, I mean that could be a little scary.
Let me ask you, did they find those weapons at the Halloween store? Because they grabbed a bunch of shit.
No, they went to a hardware
store.
Yeah. So when they went to the hardware store, that's where they got that. And those are some really fucked up, like, because it was a hammer.
Good weapon, by the way. I like it.
Yeah, it was
I like
a hammer with a weapon on the other side. And not just that, but I think at the bottom, it also had like what it looked like a spike. So
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of work you would do with this kind of weapon. However, I liked it. Is it original? No. But here's the thing. When you mimic another movie or copy it, so long as you can do something in there to differentiate, I can give you a pass. I mean, because honestly, there's not many movies right now. Originality is still kind of, they're here and there. I mean, everybody hated Skinamarink, and that was original.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, when you're doing slasher involving teenagers, you're going to end up getting comparisons to other ones. And this is it, like, you want to call it a Spanish Scream, a Spanish, I know we did last summer. I don't know.
I'm surprised you didn't go with that first. We're in Spain, son. This is
No, it's Spain,
film.
which is another part that I like, because it is it's another country, so it's people you don't know, so you're not watching a movie with actors that you're aware of or that you're familiar with.
Yeah.
So no, I like the newest entry. I mean, it's hugely flawed, but it's flawed because it's a lot of stuff we have seen. However, there's a little originality in the movie. I mean, it wasn't all that bad. Me personally, I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I like the fact that you had mentioned that it's from Spain, so you're not familiar with the characters, so you're not distracted by like, oh, I know this person, I've seen this person before, or let me go on IMDb, I know this person, let me stop and because I tend to do that sometimes, when I can't figure it out. So no, this is a fresh cast for the most part. And this is one of the very few movies that I didn't recognize anybody in this film.
Well, and I watch stuff from Spain. Like I watch Elite. There's a couple series and movies. Shit.
Oh, we
I
did
wish I would.
Tenentina from Spain. You just recently did that.
Denantina, yeah. So I
Um,
mean, I like watching stuff from that. I myself didn't recognize anybody.
Yeah, which is not a bad thing. That's good.
No, not
good.
at all. Because
Yeah.
you're focused on the movie itself instead of hoping that somebody that you recognize is gonna survive the movie.
Yeah. I don't know, man. But you mentioned originality, and I didn't find anything
I
original
know.
about this movie.
I
I don't know
know.
if they were trying to go for a homage or their take on it. But if you're a director out of another country and you love Scream, you love A Know What You Did Last Summer, you love the genre in general, and instead of having like movie fanatics, they're book fanatics, right? But the problem is they didn't, in my opinion, they did not dive deep into that literature, that world
Agree.
of
Yes.
of literature. They did not. I want to see more of that, and the fact that these characters are supposed to be like best friends, shit, news to me because they didn't seem like it. They hated each other. Like people would die and they would be but during the movie there was never an ounce of sympathy or compassion for anybody in the movie.
Now that you bring that up, you're right.
Yeah, think about it. The
Like my
influencer,
friend just died. We're just going.
yes,
All right.
the influencer was on his fucking YouTube channel or whatever, Twitch or whatever the Spain version of that is, and he's throwing all his friends under the bus just to make himself no, don't kill me. I'm innocent. So he threw everyone else under the bus, including the main character. So I'm
Which is
like,
why he got it though.
yeah, he's a dick. And then you got the one guy that looks like fucking John Bernthal from Shane over here, the big tough guy over here. How can anyone be friends with this guy? Like, seriously? This dude treated everyone like shit in that circle, including his own, I don't know if it was his girlfriend or not, the babe. That's what she was labeled as.
Oh,
So,
wait. Now that you said labeled, I will say they also then copied Cabin in the Woods
1000%.
because
Yes.
they had every character fit a trope.
Yes. They mentioned
So
tropes too.
and they mentioned tropes, and I'm kind of
Yes.
like, that's a little on the nose. So with Nando, they made him a little bit like the Billy Loomis, like the one like suspect, especially. Okay, I mean, I will admit the one blatant ripoff was when Angela was being chased, and then all of a sudden she bumps into Nando, who's looking for her, and then the mask drops.
Drops the mask.
Like, oh man.
And they did it again towards the
Uh,
climax when the librarian character was holding the hammer.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, all right. Like, again, I here's the thing. I feel like I'm gonna be on the plus side on this here, which I get a lot of your points. But my problem is if you're going to mimic a movie that you love, if you want to throw one little homage on there, don't make it so blatant.
Bro,
And the
you're
mask dropping was
right.
literally with Billy, like it was just too like
But
there.
it's just not just that though. Like for me, like even when Nando went, was he using like a Find My iPhone or something looking for Angela? When he went to a fucking morgue, gets knocked out. They thought he was dead, but they're not even asking, what the fuck were you doing there? Like, why would he be in the morgue?
Thank you.
Was never brought up. So I'm like, what's going on here? Like, now mind you, I know we're on different sides. That you said it looks like
we're gonna be.
I didn't hate it. It's an entertaining movie. If you're looking for a movie to pass time, it's only like an hour and a half. But I saw it twice. I saw it first dubbed, right? Horrible. Oh my
Horrible.
god.
Don't do dub.
But
Never.
I didn't
ever.
know, bro. I was high as hell. I just threw it on. I wasn't even looking. I was just played it and that's it, right?
Listen,
I was
viewers.
like, God,
don't.
dog.
Yeah, viewers, guys.
Never do it. Never.
If you don't, if it's because you don't want to read late at night, because
I don't mind reading. I
Well, no,
watch
but
a lot of anime, so I
well,
read.
no, but
but
some people later at night knock out because you're reading. So if you have to, but don't ever do dubbed, like because I actually, you know what? Let me correct myself. I did watch some of it dubbed and then had to change it
it's bad.
because
The dubbing is
the
horrid.
Spanish and the English did not match. I'm like, that's not what they said. I'm like, I can't do this. And I only did it because I was trying to, like, I wanted to pay attention to what they were saying.
Yeah.
Because when we do this, I want to pick up, little nuances that I might not pick up unless I have the words
Yeah,
on the
see,
screen.
I saw it twice. First dubbed, then I went back to see it last. I saw it last night for a refresher and pick up on things I missed. Then I seen it in its actual authentic language.
It's better in the authentic
Much.
language.
I will say this though, world of difference. Much better.
God, yeah. Because like I said, what you get about
the acting is much better because of
better.
that.
But like I started it and I left it with the dub. And I think I got maybe like 5-10 minutes in and said, no, I can't do this.
You know why the dub is
because
bad?
the word, the what they were saying, I'm like, that's not what they said.
You know
Nobody
why?
was here with me.
Because I have captions on as well. Even when it's on in English, I have captions on. The caption is still the same, whether it was dubbed or the original version. Right? The problem is when they dubbed it, they weren't paying attention to the captions. They just put whatever the fuck they wanted to put. So that's why they weren't matching. So the captions are correct. It's the dubbing over it that was fucked up. I don't mind that it's playing off I Know What You Did Last Summer or Scream. I don't mind that. Plenty of movies have done that. But they always they add original elements. Even in this film, there's 2 killers. Like, come on, really? Why? What did you think, Joe? I'm very curious what you thought of the concept of this film. Did it work for you?
So because it's Killer Book Club, I thought it would involve, first of all, books. Like, murders involved, like the way people were killed in books. But it wasn't that. It was just, they're students who are looking to be writers and they get together. So the fact that the killer is within the group, I did like that. Yes, we do see that in everything else. However, this is a group of horror, like they should know what they're looking for.
I found it funny though when the librarian gathered all the names of people who only like rent out all the horror books,
and it's all them,
and it was only them.
It's all them. So I like that. I like
that
the
was
fact
good.
that
I like that, yeah.
Because you're what I liked about it and what I thought would have elevated the movie is that you're dealing with students who are studying horror, who are studying writing. So therefore they should know how to pick each other out.
Yeah.
And yes, it was because when we get to the killer part, I was a little tricked. I'm not going to lie, but I like the concept that it's a bunch of horror writers, people who love the genre, and then put into the situation, then they're like, well, it's you.
But this is what killed me, Joe. You say it's people that love the genre, but no,
they didn't do it.
They
right.
did not. No. This group of characters, right? They only rented horror books, right? That's what they said, right?
Yeah.
But when they're having this conversation about what books to read, no one liked horror. Only a couple, like.
It was. I know there was a contradiction.
What the fuck is going on? Wait a minute. So are they horror fans or are they not? Because the what Holdo, I think his name was the influencer character, right? He was saying like, oh no, I only recommended this because they sent me the book because I got a lot of followers. So wait, are you a horror fan or not, brother? What's going on?
Yeah. So there are a lot of contradictions in there, but the fact that all right, in a movie it's one thing, reading a book and figuring out the killer is a whole other thing. So for me, because they were writers, therefore readers, they're like, I wanted a little bit more of the mental part of it.
We didn't get that. You're right. 1000%, brother.
Because it should have been like they're all trying to figure it out, but the way they're all trying to figure out is so generic, as opposed to if you're doing like I don't want to misquote it, but Kenneth Branagh is doing those right now with Death on the Nile. And I think the Ghost of Venice,
the original Thor director, right?
They're Agatha Christie books. Like you have like it's
authors,
but they're like, so because it's Killer Book Club, I was expecting more of people who were smart because they're writers who can write situations and figure them out.
It's weird because again,
they were all dumb.
I go back to the fact that not only are they dumb, but they all hate each other. Like I don't understand. They hate each other,
and they're supposed to be a club. Why are you making a club if you don't like each other?
When Angela was crying at the end, she killed all my friends. These are your friends? Really? I don't want to hang out with anybody in this group. I mean, Virginia was kind of cute though. I won't lie. So I'll probably hang out with her.
I mean, but what did you think about like the whole? It's supposed to be like a bunch of writers.
Yeah. You know me,
now
man.
Involved like that it's a good concept. It just didn't
It's
get properly delivered.
good concept, very flawed in execution. Like there were too many contradictions. It felt like different writers were getting their shit in, and nobody was playing like. There was no one in the middle saying, "Okay, guys, this don't make sense. Let's go in a different direction," or "We're going in this direction, but we already established this, so this future event wouldn't make sense because we already set these rules up." There's none of that. It's all over the
Right.
place.
Well, given everything you said, like, did you figure out who the killer? Like, truthfully,
No,
don't.
no, no. To
So
be honest, no.
did you figure out who the killer was? The actually. So for both of us, first question: did you figure out who the killer was, and did you figure out the twist?
Okay,
Answer the killer part first, because again, the movie was flawed. However, one of the best part of a horror movie is when the reveals are done. If they got you,
yeah. I will say
So-
this. I will say this. On my short list, it was Nando and Sebastian. Those are the simp. And the emo. That's what they called the other guy.
emo. Yeah. Nando was the emo.
Yes, Nando was the emo. So they were on my shortest. To me, it was no one else but one of them two. Once I got to the end and I saw Sebastian in a chair, okay, it's Sebastian. No surprise. Didn't get me. Now, I wasn't expecting a twist because I didn't think it's the first movie, right? I didn't think they're gonna go this whole dual killer route, which I should have thought about that because
Because it was Scream.
not just that, but you had Koldo saying, "Well, it can't be a female. They're not savage enough." Okay, he just give it away. It's a girl. I didn't think about that, right? So, okay, when I saw the twist, I'm like, "Oh, so it is Virginia." So okay. And they told you how because she's another character that was wronged by
Well, so
Angela.
Angela
No, I
wrote a
know the
book.
story. No, I know
Yeah,
it.
okay.
She took her story essentially.
Yeah.
Right, because that really did happen to her. She's what's her name?
Virginia.
No, for her real name was it Alicia? Was it?
Oh shit.
Don't worry. Don't worry. She had an original name. Virginia's a fake name.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. So Virginia's fake, right? And Sebastian is a fake. How are they best friends? How long did they know these people to become best friends?
Well, because okay, so remember, Sabas met Virginia on a chat thing.
Yeah, but they're
And
real
that's how
life.
they came.
They're dating real.
Yeah, they're together in real life. So that's how they came up with the plan. I thought it was Sabas, but then when he's having sex with Angela, and they're going after Nando, I'm like, so it's not Sabas.
But that should have told you right there. There's two killers.
I did not think
Me
that.
neither. No, me neither. Me neither.
I did not think that.
No,
so
same.
this is where I actually appreciated the movie, because where I'm sitting there like, oh god, this is like everything I've seen. All of a sudden I'm like, wait, because it's not Sabas, because he's right now in the middle of having sex with somebody while Nando's about to get killed. All he got was knocked out.
You know what's funny? Okay.
But so, and then they revealed that Virginia, it's her story and she's part of it. I like that. That's where the movie, up until this point, I would have like sit here and like pooped all over it, but because it got me, it did.
Yeah, it did. Me too. But there's two things. After my second watch, I noticed this, obviously. So I'm not saying I figured it out.
But you're looking for it now.
Yes. So in the beginning, when they got all their character intros, when they got their names flashing across the screen, the last two names was Sabas and Virginia. The
Co-stars.
two killers
Co-stars.
were the last two that were announced.
Good luck.
And the character of Rai, who was the mean guy, the fucking John Berthel looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
When he grabbed Virginia's papers and threw them, and they had all the drawings with the clown and all that shit, he said, "Oh, there's your killer right there. I figured it out." He figured it out.
He did right there.
That was like not even 20 minutes into the movie.
Damn.
He figured it out right there. So
I still did like the twist though. I did, because they and editing wise and the way they filmed it wise, because Angela was having sex with Sabas, that it threw you off on, okay, it's Sabas, and like, okay, it's not him, so it's somebody else. But then you find out that they're working together. Turns out they met on a chat line. And then, she told him her story, and they came up with this plan on basically getting Angela. So that's where the movie kind of redeemed himself. It was a knockoff of a lot of movies, but for me, it redeemed himself because that's where I kind of got the little originality part. And because we should have picked up on the fact that she kept talking about the story that she wrote, but it was done in such a way that the story wasn't really such a focal point that it was the focal point.
Yeah.
It literally was the reason for the revenge in this movie.
Mind you, this is 6 years ago. The film starts showing Virginia's character, when her actual character, not the alias, when she burns the room, the library with her mother in it and her. She looks exactly the same as Virginia now. That's 6 years ago. She
What's
didn't
the
age at
point?
all. Like
So it's like Orphan. So we got Orphan too.
So these are college students. So
Oh,
you're probably
man,
they're probably in junior high at that point. How the fuck did it not age up? Anyway, that's okay.
Oh man, you're. I just knocked the.
It's
thing
this.
down.
The movie's
It
full of
is.
stuff like this, bro.
It's
That's what
still
I'm trying to
fun.
tell
It
you.
is a fun movie.
It is.
All right. So
It's-
if you're not a hardcore horror fan like we are,
yeah, you'll
and
enjoy. It.
you're tuning in to us for like the first time or what have you, you'll enjoy it because it is, and again, it's from another country. It's Spain. The twist was great.
You know
I
why the
didn't
twist was
see it.
good though? Because, and you don't think about this until after you saw Virginia get killed, right? So that kind of already she's gone. It's not her. So I like that. But if you really think about it, she gets killed because Angela is reading the first chapter. So as she's reading it, it's written by either Sabasa or
Yeah, because they couldn't
Virginia.
find her body.
Exactly. But we see her get killed, but technically we're just seeing it because
That's
it's going
what was
off
written.
exactly.
Yes, that's
so
why
that's where the twist works.
So
I'll give it
So,
credit for that.
Like I'm
that was
saying,
good.
like I know you weren't happy with it. There was originality in this movie. Unfortunately, the originality was masked under the blatant knockoffs of movies we love.
Yeah.
But for the first time horror people who are now getting into it, this is a good movie. Like this is a good teen slasher. It's not even teen because they're college actually. But so I liked it. It got me. Like if a movie can get me, you're good.
What did you think of the costume? The clowns.
At first I thought it was stupid, but then again, I mean, think about it. You're standing there in a dark hallway, and there's that mask and this like fucking weapon, which really quick, some of the kills were pretty cool.
Yeah, the gore.
The gore was really.
It wasn't
was
much,
okay.
but what was there?
It was pretty cool.
Not bad. Not bad.
But yeah, I mean, if I'm in a hallway and I see that mask, and then I see in the hand is that weapon, I would be scared.
Koval's death. One thing I did not like too, when he told everyone the killer's gonna be signing books there, and he drove all the people wearing the same clown outfit, by the way, that everyone just happened to fucking buy at the
Fine, like everybody knew.
I did not like that.
How did everybody know that was the mask that the clown? I mean,
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It's
Yeah,
that's
I
again.
agree.
It's
I agree.
You know what? Midnight Club did this concept much better.
Yes, Midnight Club. If you have not checked out Midnight Club, check it out. If you feel it's dragging you out, stay for the stories that the kids tell.
Mind you, it's not the best Mike Flanagan series, not by a long shot, but it's still really damn good though.
Well, where I find it being up there is because the focal point on the stories that the kids told.
They're good.
Not the main story, but Flanagan took.
But again, those
stories.
Characters. They're likable, and they like each other, right?
Yes.
Even the most obnoxious character in Midnight Club, the character in the wheelchair, you grew to appreciate her and understood why she's like that, and understood she's not a bad person at all. And this film, you get none of that. I get it. That's a TV series. You got more time to expand. I get that, but even in Scream, you could tell these are friends that they're friends.
Yeah.
I know what you did last time.
And you didn't get yes.
I got the impression that these motherfuckers, no one liked each other.
Did
They're
not
all
like each
jealous
other.
of each other, and they're all trying to
They made this
conspire
club,
behind each other's back. And
I get that. I see that because I had fun with this movie.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna
Give
go
us your honest.
I'm gonna go
impression.
3.5. I want to say 4.
Well, give it a 4 if you want.
No,
bro.
no, because after we talked, you brought up some points. I'm going 3.5.
Okay, that's fair.
3.5 on this one.
So this movie to me is average. It wants to be like Scream and in the previous films we mentioned already, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But you gotta have characters that you care about. Like I mentioned before, that character I liked the most was the bitchiest character out of all of them because she was so good. You know what I mean?
She told the truth.
Yes, it was too on the nose. With Nando holding the mask, the librarian holding the hammer, and they were like, "Oh my god, you're the killer. You're holding a weapon."
Yeah.
No, come on, guys, you've done that already. You got us once before. It ain't happening again. And the characters like just she died off screen. She was and Holdo or Coldo, the influencer, he died off screen. When I say off screen, when they found
you didn't see
yes, they're already
he
hurt.
popped into the party dying.
Yes,
so you didn't see how he got killed.
That's
Who
what I
killed
mean.
him?
No, the gore that was there was good. They, when the teacher got fucking bamboozled and fell and landed, and even when Sabas met the same fate but through his mouth.
With that
was pretty cool.
bad.
But the other again, when the babe got stabbed and all the blood hit the fucking windshield, the glass doors or whatever, the plexiglass, whatever that was, between her and Angela. I was like, oh, she got good. But then she walks back, and she's got like nothing here. A little bit of blood, and that's it. Like, wait a minute, what the fuck? She's still alive?
So that made me think of Urban Legend.
Yeah, another good example.
When Alicia Witt watched Terry get killed.
Yeah, another good example. That's I guarantee.
Literally, when that happened,
they lifted.
I thought of Urban Legend.
That's so again, it's not a terrible film, but it's not a very original. It's very. I mean, the twist was good, but the killer itself they narrowed it down way too low.
Yeah.
When Scream happened and I saw it was Billy Loomis and fucking Shaggy, I was like, damn, I did not see that coming. And this film, I was like, okay, I knew it was going to be either Nando or Sabas. Well, but I did like the Virginia twist. So I did. Even though it was two killers, I'm sorry. Even though it was two killers, the fact that it was Virginia and they told you why, it made sense. Aside from her still being the same age as from 6 years ago.
Yeah.
One more thing before I give you my score. I'll let you say what you're gonna say. Then I'll ask you. Go ahead. You're gonna say something.
Like I said, the Sabas thing, because they showed that the heroine was sleeping with the villain while somebody else again. That's where it threw me off.
Yeah.
That
should have told you right there. Sabas is the villain.
Well,
but not me. I didn't pick it up either.
The villain. So like I'm like, okay, so it's not Sabas. So I didn't expect the two killer twist. Like I didn't expect the Scream twist on this one.
No,
you didn't either. You didn't expect the Scream twist.
I didn't. That's what I'm saying. But the best part was Virginia being revealed. I like that. Now, I was gonna say too, the ending. If a year later.
It's fucking from I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yes. See, that's why I was going to bring it up. God, I know you're a big fan of that.
Oh my God. When they did it, I'm like, oh, really? So at the end.
The fact that that character is in a clown costume in the fucking schoolyard and nobody sees him, but...
all of a sudden, the schoolyard cleared out.
It cleared out. You noticed that?
It cleared out. There's people walking around. It's lively. People. I know.
So Angela die or did she survive? It's an average film, 2.5 for me. We rate out of 5. It's an average film, 2.5. Right. It's not terrible. It's well made. If you watch it with the actual subtitle, right? Well, if you watch it and it's natural language, much better.
Yeah.
Like I really did not like this movie the first time, but seeing it again, one of my biggest critiques was the acting. But watching it with authenticity, I'm okay. You know what?
Yeah,
I dig that. It's much better on that front. The gore that was there, like I said, the gore was good. It looked not just like violent, but it was done well. The costumes were decent, but again, they tried too hard to be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you go
Also,
to a Halloween store and they got all the same costumes?
With Halloween store, I also thought about Valentine.
Yeah, yeah,
We did that one. So,
yeah,
yeah, I know.
yeah. So I don't know, man. 2.5.
Alright.
I saw it twice. I'll never have to see this again. And Jr., I hope you've seen this more than once, because if you made me sit through this twice,
So join us on Thursday, because if you're watching this episode, this is on Tuesday. We're going to be celebrating Stephen King's birthday. It's going to be a live stream. So make sure to tune in. We're going to talk about, the favorite one, the worst one, and obviously wish the man, the actual myth, the
fucking
actual
legend,
legend,
the fucking
a
legend.
fucking happy birthday.
Happy birthday to the
So
man
make
himself.
sure to tune in on Thursday. We'll announce this again for the live stream because it is the man's birthday. So,
Also, be a part of it. Come
yeah,
on,
join us.
chat with us. We got the comments open. We'll throw you in the fucking chat. Give us your thoughts on your favorite King movie, your least favorite, your midpoint, whatever you want to bring up. And yes, you better talk about Creepshow 2. That's right. We love Stephen King. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. I'm Ricky Grimes, my boy Joe the Psychologist. Boy, take us home, kid. I give it to you now.
Make sure to watch some horror movies. And Rick,
Stay scared.